Good morning, friends. I am Gangeshwar Rao. I will discuss with you on the holistic wellness. Knowledge is the gateway to your health. So, I just briefly given my own journey from illness to wellness in the 4 months period in 2014. And I used to be 69 kgs weight with 36 inches waist, HbA1c 7.4 and BP 130 by 90, and I was on medication, multiple medication, 10 tablets. I was consulting a diabetologist and a kidney stone doctor. So I am ending up taking 10 tablets. Life was not all that comfortable. Then I happened to read Dr. Mantana Satyanaraju's book, How to Overcome Diabetes Without Medication. That book costed me 70 rupees. And then I read it and I've improved upon in 4 months period. Look at the results in the month of April 2014. Weight has come down by 9 kgs. My waistline has come down by about 3 inches. And HbA1c has come down. And BP also is reasonably good. Not reasonable, it's the best, 100 by 70. And no medication. I have not been last 5.5 years. I have not been using any medication. The other photo what you see is November 2018, and even from diabetic to I have come to pre-diabetic, but no medication. But yes, I am conscious. I don't eat too much sweets. If I take too many sweets, yes, slightly it will go up. So I avoid. I control my diabetes purely on food and exercise. These are the things. The next slide I will show you. This is a very interesting slide. If you see the natural history of type 2 diabetes. See, in the bottom you see they've shown normal. I've given the number 1. Then hyperinsulinemia, that is 2. Third is impaired glucose. Fourth is type 2 diabetes you've entered. That fourth could be pre-diabetic. Even third also is pre-diabetic. And then you have fifth. It has got you have started with anti-diabetic drugs, and then end of the day you are taking insulin. See, what is happening is now presently when you visit a doctor with a high sugar problem, your journey is like this only. From pre-diabetic you end up getting into insulin over a period of time. Now see the beautifully graph he has made. The red line is showing about the glucose levels. See, initially if you see the normal stage, your glucose levels are normal and your insulin levels are also normal. If you see in the second stage, that is the problem starting from that time. That's where your habits, you are eating a lot of carbohydrate food, and number of times you are eating, and all that put together, what would happen is that still your sugar levels are maintained within the range. See, 80 to 120 is the general range. It should be, the blood sugar should be in those levels only, whether you eat or don't eat. 80 to 120 is ideal. If you don't eat, it should be 80. If you eat after 2 hours, it should be 120. So in that range only, the blood sugar should go. To maintain that 80 to 120, see, look at your insulin levels have skyrocketed. See, they have gone up substantially. That's how we are maintaining it. Suppose in this condition you go to a doctor, if the doctor is only prescribed you the fasting glucose and PP glucose to blood sugar and HbA1c, nobody will be able to recognize that you have started a problem. We have to handle the problem at stage 2 itself. So this fasting insulin test is not being done. If at all it is done, it is very costly in some places. In some places they are charging 600 rupees or so. So what is happening is that there is an internally problem going on, but we are not catching the problem in time. So third stage is impaired glucose. This is the time where you find that your sugar levels are crossing more than 120. And your fasting sugars also probably around 100 plus, and your PP sugars are plus 120 plus or so. That's how you look at that one. So this is the time when your insulin levels are also coming down. Because what has happened is in stage 2 itself, you put your pancreas into overdrive 24/7, producing too much of insulin, it gets tired. And in stage 3, your insulin production capacity after eating will be coming down. If you see at the stage 4, there is a crossing. Both these glucose level and these insulin levels are crossing. That is a situation, at least there also you can, if you are conscious about your change of habits, you can reverse your diabetes problem. But if you continue that, what is happening? Look at it. Your sugar levels are going up, skyrocketing. Your insulin levels are coming down. It is because your pancreas have tired and a lot of beta cells have got worn out or they have got depleted and your insulin production is down. And one more point I missed to mention here, during the stage 2 and 3 itself, you are going to develop a hyperinsulinemia. That means what? That is insulin resistance. So during that time what happens is, though you have substantial insulin available in the body, your cells become insulin resistant. With the result, what happens is that it continuously, insulin resistance causes more insulin production. So that's how we get into more and more problems. Now what we do is we look at this different parameters. So what do we do? At stage 4, yes, you are able to do it. Even at stage 5, suppose you are in stage 5 in a short period of time, say 2 years, 3 years down the line only you have reached that level, there is a good chance of your recovering provided you change your lifestyle. Suppose you are onto the medication and insulin for long period, by the time your pancreas are already worn out and there is no much of production of insulin. So this is an area we have to handle it in time. So now we will look at the other chart where we see each parameter, how it affects.